Hey YouTube, this is Brian with White Knight Firearms. I want to do a quick video about how anybody can save to buy more guns and ammunition. I think everybody is at a point in life, sometime or another, where guns and ammunition, they want it to be a priority, but it's just not. Whether you're newly married, you're in college, whatever the option, whatever the reason is, I've got a way for you to save some money. As long as you're working and bringing in income, there's a way for you to save. And the way that I do it is by using the cash system. To keep this video short, the cash system is basically, if you can use cash, you use cash. If you don't have to use your debit or credit card, you don't use your debit or credit card. And it works out to where me and my wife, we each get $100 for spending on whatever we want during every 2 weeks, and we get $100 of food money to spend on our food, set aside from our family food. This is just for us when we're on the go. My wife goes between campuses during the day. I'm between sporting events and between schools in the night, so this is just for us to be able to eat out, have an option, so we're not spending out of the family food, and we don't have to spend out of our spending money for that. And then over here we have $75 that I use for ammunition. My wife uses hers to get a massage every 2 weeks. I realize that some of you aren't going to be able to do $100 a paycheck and $75 a paycheck for guns and ammunition. But what you could do is even just take $10 for guns and $5 for ammunition. Just do something, because what it does, pulling cash out and putting it into an envelope and saving it, it makes it so that you're not just swiping your credit card or your debit card and hoping things turn out all right at the end of the month. It's saving it, and then you say, hey, I've got $250. There's a gun over here that I've been looking at. I can go buy it. Or like right now, that's usually how I am. I just save my money, and then as I see something, I'm like, oh, I can afford that. I can buy it. The way I'm doing it right now is I'm saving for an AR-10. So it's taken me a couple months, a few months to save up for this AR-10 that I want. And I like doing this because, number one, it builds anticipation. I'm saving money for a long time for a very specific reason. And it helps build that anticipation. And number two, it makes it so that I do my research. I don't just go buy a gun because I have the money for it, or because I can afford it, or because I have a credit card with a $2,000 limit on it. It helps me to save, and I do the research as I'm saving, so that when I have enough money for an AR-10, I know exactly which one I want and which one's going to be the best bang for my buck, pun intended. And that's been working really well for me. And the way that this cash system works is you can move cash around from envelope to envelope at the end of the paycheck. So when I get more money to replenish my food envelope, I can take whatever's left and put back into my spending. So what I've been doing is every Saturday I go to the grocery store and I spend about $10 to $15 on my lunches for that week. And at the end of the paycheck, I've usually spent about 25 of the 100. So I've got 75 to throw back into my spending. And I'm doing that now. I don't always do that. I love eating out for lunch, and so after I buy this AR-10, I might go back to eating out again. I don't know. It's kind of nice having that much money left to spend. So it works. It's a good system, and it works well. If you can do the whole cash system where you do your entire bills in cash, it sounds like annoying and it sounds like a lot of work, but it is by far the best way to save money. If you're trying to get a down payment on a house or save for school or whatever else, the best way to do this is with cash. Especially, some people, in some relationships, it's the guy that's the big spender. Sometimes it's the wife. In our relationship, my wife spends money like there's no tomorrow. And she has a hard time understanding it when it's a debit card. And she can just swipe it and buy a drink and then buy, whatever else throughout the week. Whereas with cash, as soon as she spends that last $5 in her envelope on spending, she knows she's done for it until the next paycheck. And so it works really well for us, and it helps us to save. We've been able to come up with a good down payment on our house and save some money. And we'll continue to save money doing this. So like I said, even if you can only save $10 a month for a gun, or $10 a paycheck, that's $20 a month. That's $120 every 6 months. That's $240 a year. So if you can save $20, now you're getting $480 a year. You're into good guns now. Every year you're able to buy one good gun by saving $20 a paycheck. If you can bump that up to $50, you can buy a decent gun every 6 months. So it's a great system, and it works well. But don't leave it in there and say, I'm going to save it. I'm going to put it in savings in my checking account. pull it out, get it in cash, put it in your envelopes. There's a lot of reasons why cash works better that way. And I hope this helps. So I hope someone out there is able to buy a new gun because of this system, because it really does work. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have an excellent day.